The idea first was brought to us at one of our executive board meetings. One of our members, Pat Templeton, brought forth this idea of an honor flight type event.
A friend of mine got me involved with going to Dulles Airport to welcome World War II veterans coming in on honor flights. It was a wonderful experience to see how surprised and grateful the veterans were when they got off the plane there. Since honor flight by its name would make you think that the only people they're going to take care of are people who are flying in, it didn't seem like we were likely to be able to partake in the services. But I got in touch with honor flight and found out that they could indeed help us, but it would just be a bus trip. And I just got the idea that it would be easier to see if we could do it ourselves. So I got the Yellow Pages out and found out that we had a bus company that was in a town nearby, New World Tours. And within a few hours I had a call back saying they would be happy to help out. Queensboro Shirt Company in North Carolina gave us a very good deal on the shirts, said they'd be happy to be a part of it.
In order to make an idea happen, we have to first get an executive board approval, which we did. And then we have to take it to the membership, see if the membership wants to support it.
And the membership jumped on board the idea. As a small post, we allocated a certain amount of money. It turned out to be not enough money.
At the time, to our knowledge, we only had roughly 40 World War II veterans in the area. Well, no sooner had I ordered the shirts, we got a new list of World War II veterans and we were up to 90 of them. Now I had a shortfall in shirts because we wanted to give the shirts to not only the people who could make the bus trip, but all the World War II veterans.
The commander here is Steve, and we're both also members at the American Legion, and we thought about talking to them, and Pat went and talked to them.
And they came back with not only the money for the shirts, but also money to buy lunch from Red Hot and Blue for everybody who was going on the trip, and also to do a cookout after the bus got back.
It grew. It kind of grew exponentially from initially going to just the World War II Memorial. They decided to add the Vietnam Memorial, the Korea Memorial, and a trip to Arlington Cemetery.
When I called the bus company to firm up those plans, the gentleman there asked me, did you arrange for a tram at Arlington? I looked on the website, saw the price for the tram, and realized we weren't going to be able to afford that on the present budget. So I contacted the people at Delta Resources who had helped me out on other veterans projects.
Delta Resources is a defense service industry professional support contractor. I hope our veterans know that we honor their service and that we're willing to support them in any way possible, that their service did not end when they took the uniform off, that it continues to be honored throughout their life.
Come the morning of the trip, we had people here to serve them coffee, and we gave them name tags to show that they belonged on our bus, and issued them all embroidered Manassas World War II veteran shirt with a ruptured duck insignia in between the words there. And the ruptured duck was an award that was given to the World War II guys when they got out of the service to show good conduct during their time in. We also had people here to register them with the World War II Memorial website, where they have a chance to put their story and a picture of themselves on the site. We had invited not only the people going on the bus trip, but we invited all the World War II veterans we could get in touch with in the area to come out so that we could take a picture that we hope will be on the cover of the Manassas Veterans Day Parade this coming November. Right on time, the New World Tours bus pulled up, beautiful bus. It parked right next door at the firehouse. The bus was top drawer, you know, the restrooms and the satellite TV and DVD player. And so we loaded everybody on the bus, and the American Legion riders provided a motorcycle escort to take us all the way down to the memorial. When we took off, we had our chaplain that said a prayer and wished us all a safe trip. And then we threw on a DVD of the PBS story about how the memorial came into existence. And we were on our way. The tape took about an hour, and almost as if we'd planned it that way, as we pulled up to the World War II memorial, the tape ended.
Welcome to the memorial.
Joe Drummond, U.S. Marine Corps, Pacific Theater.
Ernest M. Hancock, 483rd Bomb Group, 815th Squadron, 15th Air Force, Foggia, Italy. Shot down 18th of July, 1944.
Corporal, United States Marine Corps, from Manassas, Virginia.
Pete Anastasi, 85th Head Pontoon Engineer, Syracuse, New York, North African Campaign.
Al Pelucci from Manassas, Virginia. Was with the 8th Air Force in England. Flew 25 missions over Germany and France, and glad to be here.
I entered the service on September the 24th, 1942, U.S. Coast Guard, Chief Quartermaster. James Kirkman, Manassas, Virginia, 15th Air Force.
Colonel Korsnov of Manassas, Virginia, United States Navy.
Charlie Culp, Aviation Machinist MiG, 2nd class, from Fredericksburg.
Evelyn Marshall, U.S. Navy Waves, Seaman First Class Radio Man Striker.
Bob Lawrence, U.S. Navy Commando, Island of McGinness.
Pete Slusher, 1st Armored Division, Master Sergeant.
Les Horn, Commander of U.S. Navy, retired.
Alice Howell Olson Davidson, Air Force.
I'm good, thank you. Ben Thompson, Payson, Illinois, Navy, Lieutenant J.G.
Seniors mate, 2nd class.
Eugene Lee, Oak Hill, West Virginia. Served in the U.S. Navy Seabees on Guam as an SP.
Joseph Fortuna, U.S. Army Air Force.
Eddie Campley, United States Navy Armed Guard.
Lee Richards, the Army, I was in chemical warfare.
Sam Dellinger of Washington, D.C., U.S. Navy, Carrier Aircraft Service Unit 22.
Donald Lavoie enlisted in Springfield, Mass. with the 1st Marine Division, Arnold Canal.
Great Barrington, Massachusetts. Joe Dazzo, D-A-Z-Z-O.
We get off the bus and we let the veterans pretty much go their own way, since many of them represented all the services plus the European and Pacific theaters. Different parts of the memorial are devoted to the different theaters. So they were off on their own, and we just sort of chased them around and got stories from them where we could.
Well, this memorial is awesome. It's bigger than I expected. The design is great. And the placement is outstanding. I don't think they could have done a better job on this one. Something all the American people can be proud of.
With my first visit here, I really impressed.
And we were very honored to become a part of this. We believe in our veterans, we believe in honoring them, and it has been such a thrill talking with these men and women who actually were there and are now experiencing this memorial for the first time. So we're very grateful that we were able to give them that opportunity.
To see the words inscribed at different places, FDR's Day of Infamy speech, President Truman's speech of gratitude to the World War II vets.
This is the first time I've been able to see it. I'm really thrilled to death. It's just one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen, really. It's really a wonderful tribute to all the boys and girls.
I think it's a great memorial in that it encompasses just about every angle of the military. I think it's extremely important that we have this. I think it should tell America that people sacrifice their lives to keep what they value.
Bronze plaques that seem to be a tribute to everybody who was American during the war, and the inscriptions to each of the major battles were very inspiring to these guys.
Brings back so many memories. Can't be described. You can try, but you have to be here to appreciate it.
One of the most rewarding things that happened during the day was the veterans themselves were sort of like stars of the memorial. People came up to them and wanted to ask them questions and thank them for their service.
And we're thanking everyone for their service.
Thank you.
So I think if there are other veteran organizations out there that can do a similar type of an event, it will be great. It'll be really good for the vets, and they'll see how much they are appreciated by the American public.
The reason that we had the girls take their picture is we think it's great to show the gap between the generations and all that they did for us and them as sixth graders, and it's definitely a big thing with respect. If it wasn't for them, we wouldn't have anything to memorialize, and they stood up. As we read in another thing, freedom isn't free, so I think it's awesome that we're here today, and it's because of them.
When we left the World War II Memorial, we got back on the bus and we fed everybody great barbecue lunch, and we were off to the Korea and Vietnam memorials. Many of the World War II veterans had been to the World War II Memorial, but many fewer had been to the Korean and Vietnam memorials.
It starts out with just one or two names up here, and then it just keeps escalating. Really something. The whole day was fantastic. I've never been to any of it, and I'm just enjoying it.
We were there roughly an hour, I expect, and we piled back on the bus for the trip to Arlington Cemetery. The tram ride that Delta provided for us was great. Took us all over the cemetery. Great job by the people running the tram. We went down to witness the changing of the guard at the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier. It's something probably every American should see. This trip was at least as big a treat, maybe a bigger treat for us that put it on as it was for the World War II vets to go down to those memorials. It's a wonderful story, I think, about how a number of organizations came together to really do something special for the World War II veterans. Everybody that came on board to make this happen did a wonderful thing for a group of wonderful people. And we at VFW Post 7589, thank you all.